Paul. Yeah. It is 2:30, and I just got in the study room. I wasn't able to get here right away. It's kind of a busy day in the library. Mhm. But I was doing quite a bit of research, really. Yes. And I came across this. Well, there's quite a bit that I did actually research, but there's what's known as a MAP hearing. Yes. It's in criminal procedure, a hearing held to determine whether evidence implicating the accused was obtained as the result of an illegal search and seizure and should therefore be suppressed. MAP versus Ohio 367 US 643. Now, do you remember when I was video arraigned in Jefferson County on the 19th day of September 2017? Yes. I had wanted to know why there was a court hearing on August 21st of 2017. In fact, I'd sent thousands of emails wanting to know why it was that there was a court hearing in Jefferson County. And I know that the prosecuting attorney said, well, I have an email that was sent from you to a third party, an employee that my wife works with. But just thinking about the evidence of the violating of the no contact order. Yes. I never had anybody mention suppressing evidence when on trial. When going through a 1077 mental health evaluation. Yes. To find out if I could be restored to my sanity for knowing that I wasn't in Brennan, Washington. Yes. And I never emailed anybody in the Quilcene or Brennan school districts. Oh. Now, I know you're the prosecuting attorney of Jefferson County representing the people of the state of Washington. Yes. And you name me, Paul Chad Budnick, as a defendant, and you file a 2-count criminal complaint in Jefferson County District Court. Yes. That you signed 6 days before that. And you have a court hearing scheduled on the 21st of August, 19 days later. Yes. Where allegedly I'm a very dangerous domestic violence perpetrator. Now, I just I had a question about suppressing. Yes. Because let's say the superintendent, Patricia Batard, gave you an email that I allegedly sent, and instead of having the police department investigate me or read me my rights or ask me where were you on June 16th of 2017, yes, you admitted evidence that I was in Brennan, yes, even though I emailed the local police department that I was in Port Angeles. Yes, yes. And you admitted an email that you refused to show me. So now, I do know that my public defender said, well, Paul, you emailed superintendents of schools, you emailed civil rights coordinators. Yes. You emailed sheriffs in other counties other than Clallam County. And you made me go through 14 months of court hearings so that you could say I was incompetent. Now, I do not know how the suppressing of evidence works. Yes. But just reading this MAP trial that they had where there seems to be some legal way to get evidence to convict individuals of crimes. And when you present some evidence that I was in Brennan, Washington on or about June 16th, yes. When I emailed the law that I was actually in Port Angeles that day, yes. And then you say that I emailed something lewd, lascivious, threatening, harassing, threatening to inflict injury on the personal property of the person called or any member of his or her family. Yes, yes. How exactly does suppressing evidence work? Mm. Now, I know Jack, my public defender, he did the best for me that he could. He admitted as evidence a protection order that doesn't have the stamp of the state court seal. Yes. It doesn't have the actual forgery of the ex officio superior court clerk. Yes. It has quite possibly the forgery of the initials of the superior court clerk. Quite possibly. Yes. And it has the wrong fax day and time on it, as if you needed to have the right fax day and time as evidence of the protection order that I allegedly violated. But let's say that you had an illegal way of getting evidence. Could be a lawsuit in this. Just reading about it, I was thinking that suppressing evidence is something that a lot of individuals as attorneys would want to know about. Yes. That represent the accused, or maybe even in lawsuits. Yes. Tort lawsuits. Now I'm just looking for this suppressing of evidence. Now let's see. You say that I was in Brennan, Washington. Yeah. When I was making videos that morning in front of the Masonic Temple. Yes. I was at the Senior Center from noon to 2 o'clock. Right. I was sending emails from an address within 2, maybe 3 blocks of the Senior. Yes. And you say that I emailed a third-party employee that works in the Brennan School District. And all of this evidence was legal to admit as evidence against the accused without me seeing it. Yes. Now, that's not possible that this criminal complaint, the evidence should have been suppressed. I mean, I'm not an attorney. Okay. But when I think of the suppression, it's a S-U-P-P word. Now, suppressing, or maybe it's just one P. Support, yes. Suppress, S-U-P-R, super max, yes. Suppress, super priority, yeah. Suppress supplemental nutrition assistant program, yeah. You would think they'd have suppression of evidence, support, child support. Ouch. Do I still owe that, Judge? Family support. I probably owe my wife some alimony, considering I never saw the dissolution of marriage. And I was the sole breadwinner of the family for 10 years. Yes. Not only do I owe. Now, this support order? Yes. Suppress. There it is. Oh. To put a stop to put down, or prohibit. To prevent something from being seen, heard, known, or discussed. The defendant, known as Paul C. Budnick, tried to suppress the non-incriminating evidence where I never emailed anybody. Now, exactly how did you get that email? I sent about 3,000 emails today. Yes. I think it's legal, meaning you don't have to suppress the evidence, right? To use an article from the Peninsula Daily News, right? To use the actual birth certificates of my sons. Now, what civil rights coordinator right now? Why is it that I haven't gotten any phone calls? See, it's 2:40 in the afternoon on a Friday. Yes. And I never got notice of any support order. Yes. I didn't have the availability of suppressing some evidence that was trying to incriminate me. The evidence that I was in Sequim, Washington on December 31st of 2015. When you use a traffic citation, there's no actual signature of the petitioner. Yes. You don't use the right form for domestic violence allegations. Seemed to me that police officers were just going to sit on the stand and make up all kinds of bullshit about me. Pope. Well, Officer Corey Hall, Officer Rick Larson. Chief of Police Cherie Crane. If the only thing that's given to me, yes, is a traffic citation, yes, saying that I'm in Sequim, Washington at 7:47 a.m. on December 31st, right, and 4:48 p.m. on December 31st of 2015, yes, your whole plan was to just lie your fucking asses off. How do you suppress the evidence of a traffic citation? Are you sure that you're legally representing myself and my sons? Now I'm going to look at this.